Hello there, ladies and germs. How you doing today? This is a precursor to the stream that me and Mr. Cajun Coin Hunter will probably be doing later if all goes well. I don't usually pop in this early in the morning, but you know what? I figure if nobody's gonna watch it in the afternoon and the evening, they're not gonna watch it in the morning. So I was trying to get this thing set up. I figured, okay, let's go. If somebody jumps in, that's great. If they don't, then they don't. It's too early in the morning. Most of the people are sleeping. However, I'm sure somebody will jump in. I ain't seen it in a long time, like in Cage's stream last night, and we'll see. So I couldn't think of a name to title the stream, so just I titled the stream of something that was told to me yesterday. I believe we have a failure to communicate. Yeah, that's what my boss told me yesterday. I said, yeah, we have a failure to communicate. You don't freaking communicate to me, so I don't communicate to you. Makes sense. Woot, woot. Sir Brock's boys in the building. Go Tigers, as always. Hey, maybe we got something here. You know, me and Cajun are gonna do a scammer stream later on. As far as I know of, they keep sending Cajun all this nonsense about, Norton and shit. So we're gonna have some fun with that. We're not what you call scammer payback or Kit Boga, but hey, you know what? Every little bit helps in that generation field, and I really believe that them scammer channels, scam bait channels, whatever you want to call them, are growing on YouTube thanks to Scammer Payback, Pierogi, and Kit Boga, and Jim Browning, and there's a bunch of other ones that I watched. I don't remember all their names. There's tons of them out there. Um, they defeat the evil empire known as them scrummy scam bastards. um, so yeah, so if all goes well, then yeah, we'll see. I mean, I don't even know if that's the case or not. It may be, it may not be, but everybody gets everybody gets those emails or those telephone calls, and I haven't seen an Indian yet that's named John Smith. Hello, thank you for calling. My name is John Smith. How can I help you? Let me tell you, there's no Indian named John Smith. Okay, they don't use American names in India. They don't. They're full of shit. Like Kim Johnson. There ain't no Kim in India. I promise you. And them gullible people, they fall for it all the time. They fall for this nonsense, and I don't understand it. I don't. Um, they just got to be educated on the thingamajigs in life. Like not falling for scams. um, because them losers got nothing to do over there. They don't want to. They don't want to work for a living. They just rather sit on a computer and play Pac-Man. Um, and it's insane what's going on with that thingamajig. So yeah. So and anywho, um, I don't know how long I'm gonna last do this for today. But if Cajun does his thing today, it's not confirmed yet. We may do it today. We may not do it today. I don't know. So I haven't figured it out yet. Um, I'm trying to find the. Well, StreamYards did add a thing, so okay, I see what Cajun's talking about now. I couldn't see it last night because it wasn't my stream. But StreamYards recently, 6 months ago, Gage sold it to some UK guy. And when they buy stuff, they're gonna make it their own. So they're gonna tinker with it and change it and screw it around, and they try to make it better. But what's really better? I say leave it the hell alone. But a lot of these startup companies nowadays, they start up, they get successful, they cash out, they sell it to somebody who has no idea what the hell they're doing in business. And they decide, oh, I can do that. And they, instead of keeping the original model, they're going to tinker with it. They're going to screw around with it. Pretty soon StreamYards is going to be a thing of the past if they keep doing this shit. It's going to be like the Hangouts where it goes poof, disappears. They get too greedy, and not everybody got $29.95 to put a background in the background. But that goes without saying. But if the world had better communication skills, we wouldn't be in the mess we're in now. With all them people throwing rocks at each other or whatever the hell they're doing over there on the other side of the world. And that's good for them. They're on the other side of the world, so let them throw rocks. That's perfectly okay. It ain't got nothing to do with this way. So, but they got some bad weather that's getting ready to come down here. I'm talking about bad weather. It might, I don't think hell's going to freeze over again, but it might as well. Shit, you got 80-degree temperatures, and we ain't even out of whatever month we're in, March, I think. I don't even know. 9 months out of the year, it's hot as ass. So it used to not get hot until April and May. Now it's the end of March, and it's already 80 degrees. Like Mother Nature is still on the rag, and she ain't getting off that thing. It's like a 24/7 constant ragathon. There's no getting off. That's all. If I was the CEO of a major company, I would like to make sure that the counters actually count right. Because how can you have somebody commenting and it says 0? Unless they don't count anybody anymore, unless everybody's ghost. So I figured it out. Everyone on YouTube is a ghost because they don't count. Because I've been in streams where it says 0 and 4 people are typing, and it still would say 0. It takes time to catch up. It honestly takes time to catch up. But I'm gonna buy me another 2025 Topps pack. I don't usually buy modern cards, but I pulled them 4 hits in a row. I don't know how long that was. I'm probably gonna get another one tomorrow. The only time I ever go to Walgreens is when I gotta wait around. So that's what's going on. How you doing? Appreciate you popping in the stream. But we're doing a little pre-stream because me and Cajun are probably gonna do a stream later. So I figured I'd come on there and see who's around, and but I pulled those 4 cards in a row. 5 if you count the Babe Ruth card. So that's 5 Hall of Famers, or true to be Hall of Famers, in a row. My boy Paul Skeens, I don't think he got the win yesterday because apparently he's a good pitcher, on a not so good team. Although the Pirates might have a chance this year, maybe. They lost yesterday to the Marlins 5-4. I don't know what Skeen's total stat line was yesterday. I know he had a few strikeouts because he's always, Skeens is going to be 300 strikeouts this year. No doubt in my mind. I mean, they got like 12 different LSU players in the major leagues right now. Probably more, but at least 12 that I'm aware of. I think I put Dylan Cruz on my fantasy team this year. I think he's going to break out. And then the other LSU players that are out there are probably going to be every year they're going to have an LSU player that's going to be rookie of the year. Because LSU a couple of years ago had like 13 players drafted in the first 6 rounds, 8 rounds, whatever the hell it was in the major league draft. They had something like 15 or 17 overall. That entire championship team mostly was gutted. I think Tommy Tanks, I'm pretty sure he's with the Dodgers right now. No, wait. I think he got drafted by the Dodgers. I know there's one with the A's. I'm pretty sure the Dodgers got him. Dylan Cruz is with the Nationals. Of course, Skeens with the Pirates. The worst teams always get the best players, and that just, for all intents and purposes, will kill a star's career. I think Major League Baseball should come to New Orleans, and we should have all LSU players. That's it. LSU players, when they graduate, they automatically play for the New Orleans team, and we never lose. That's how you defeat the Dodgers. The Dodgers spend money on all these people. That's how you defeat the Dodgers. You don't have to spend money. You just have to get the greatest players. So I believe that if we get the greatest players on the team, you're never going to lose. I mean, the Yankees try that all the time. But when the Yankees even come out and start complaining about, oh, well, the Dodgers are doing this and doing that, what does that say? Are the Dodgers the new Yankees? Because remember, the Yankees would go out and sign anybody. They didn't care how much anybody cost. Now they're complaining, oh, we can't compete. We can't compete. I'm like, that's interesting. And another team is better than the Dodgers. I mean, better than the Yankees. The Dodgers are better than the Yankees. I mean, the Dodgers did beat the Yankees in the World Series last year. Now, the Yankees spent a lot of money on Soto. Does that guarantee them being in the World Series? No. I mean, they do have Aaron Judge, but they can't pitch around Judge this year like they tried to in the past, because they're going to have Soto right behind them. And that's the thing. You're going to have them right behind. But I got 4. If you saw that video, like, I pulled all of those cards out of that pack where it was Skeens, Ohtani, Bryce Harper, and Mike Trout. Now, Trout's been injured a lot, and so is Bryce Harper. But I would still say they're future Hall of Famers based on what they've done as of now. And then you got called to the Hall Babe Ruth, and I don't really like parallel or insert cards a whole lot, but I like these throwbacks. The 1990 top set. I don't know who Zebby Matthews is. He's a Minnesota Twin. I'm sure that whatever. But I got 2 Ohtanis in this pack and a Trout. And like I said, I spent I think like $15, $13-15 for these cards. So some of them I'm going to put on eBay. Of course, the Skeens. Go LSU. We got to keep them. That's all basically what trading cards are nowadays. It used to be a hobby collectible. Now it's, they come out and they say, oh, these cards may not have future value. I mean, obviously, Topps loses their loses their MLBPA license pretty soon. Fanatics is taking it over. So Topps, the once mighty giant Topps, might disappear. I mean, they're still going to be around. They just can't use the licenses and logo, and that's stupid for Manfred to do that. Fanatics is trying to take over everything, if they haven't already. But you could argue that, Topps was the mega giant for the longest time. So I forget when Topps licenses. I want to say it's 2027, 2028. I'd have to look up the stats again and see exactly when this goes through. But I don't know a lot of these players in baseball anymore. I used to know them all. I mean, I do my fantasy team. I do my fantasy teams. So I know enough. I mean, I know some of the players, but I don't collect as much as I used to. The newer stuff. I just was bored one day and I had some time to kill, and I usually don't even shop at Walgreens because and they put the cards behind the lock and key because these bastards will search pack them, they'll feel them, they'll they'll do whatever. And I don't even know if it is 59 cards because it even says on the pack, it says if you pull certain cards, the numbers will be different. It'll tell you. It'll say, it says on the back, Topps does not in any manner make any representation whether its cards will retain any future value. You know damn well they're going to. And then it says it can't guarantee, blah, 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 da, 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 da. But it also tells you if you pull certain cards, parallel base cards, it won't be 59. It says packs with a special insert may contain less cards. So I never actually counted if we have 59, but we're going to do that right now. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 30. It's probably 59 by looking at it. But let's see. 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38. The 40th card is the Skeens one. That's 44, 45. Probably 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59. Huh. Okay. Okay, it says 59 cards in the pack. I counted 60. So either my count's off or Topps screwed up. I don't know. It does say on here you can get a free pack somehow. But what am I doing on so early? Well, here's the thing. Sometimes I used to go on early. Well, me and Cajun wants to do a scammer stream later. And I think he wants to do it today. So I told him I would do an early stream to get mine out the way. Plus, I haven't done any streams lately. I lost most of my watch hours. I've only done like 3 live streams because I'm working late at night. So by the time I get home, I'm tired. I did the stream with Cajun last night for 3 hours, 2.5 hours. And after 5 o'clock, I can't stream right now because I'll be busy. So last 4 or 5, I could have did a stream last night. I really could have, but all the people in Cajun stream, nobody wanted to jump on. I said, if I do a stream, does anybody want to jump on? And nobody said anything. So I said, well, I'm not gonna waste my time. But I counted 60 cards in that pack. It comes in packs, but I ripped them open. But I usually don't buy modern cards anymore. Basically, they lock them under key because people pack search them. You got that guy on YouTube, that Phil Hughes, who tells people how to search them. That dude. I don't like pack searches at all. I don't like these pack searches. So they got to lock it and key. They got to lock everything up. So, I was bored and I'm walking by and I see they had the Fairfield crap back there too. Fairfield's just nah. I wouldn't even spend money on Fairfield because what's the point? Yeah, it's old cards. Yeah, you're gonna pull some good cards, but honestly, if you're buying that for $15 a pop or whatever it is, $12.99, they charge those. They charge the same amount for the Fairfield Walgreens that they do for the Tops. I think I paid either $13.75 or $15. I paid between $13 and $15 for that box of cards. And I got tons of comic books. I don't really collect them. Somebody gave them to me, and I'm just stuck with them. I never really collected comic cards. I never really got into that. Les likes coins. What's is going on in the building? Appreciates popping in. Yeah, but I came on early because Cajun was thinking about doing a live stream in a day. And I don't know, he's probably not up yet. But I did send him a message. So I don't know when he wants to do his stream. It might be 3 o'clock. It might be 5 o'clock. I don't know. But he wants to do one of those scammer streams that he did. Because those are starting to pick up on YouTube a lot. But yeah, there's a lot of them on there. Yeah. Well, Cajun's got one on. Cajun's got one in for what you call it, but I watch a lot of the Kit Boga and the Scammer Payback Pierogi. I can't do what they do. Obviously, I don't have the skills or the techniques, but anybody can really waste these scammers' time. I mean, all you gotta do is call up and just bullshit with them. They'll stay on the phone. Hey, if you got time, they got time. You can keep them on the phone 24 hours if they know they're going to get money from you. You keep leading them on. But, I got to lean off the dock real fast. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. And as always, we'll wait until the thing goes around. I forgot to put the banner up, but that's okay. The banner's slightly 99% of how I have it, but we'll all do a read along. This is how it pretty much goes. And we'll get Grumpy Stack in here one of these days. But this commercial goes like this. And this lean off the dock moment is brought to you by Grumpy Stack Tires. By Stack. Grumpy Stack, that is. Located in Ville Platte, Louisiana. Home of a Million Mile Tire. He ships it, you handle it. But wait, they got I ain't seen that one before. Jewelry scare? Okay. That would make sense, yeah, but I ain't seen that one before. Yesterday they had a QuickBooks scam. I don't know what's going on with them, what you call it. I have no idea. But yeah. These all them scammers, they should be stopped, because they go after old people. They don't know any better. Old people don't know any better. They think people tell the truth. They have no idea. I mean, they don't. Um, but I hadn't seen that one yet. Um, I know Cajun's got the Norton antivirus when they keep sending them that crap. And last time he did one of those streams, he got a lot of views. So I know he said, hopefully we can do it today. But it depends on how he's feeling. So if not, he's gonna do it when I'm around. But because we're gonna play Havoc, I'm gonna mess around with him. Because that's what I do. I like to mess around with them bastards. Because yeah, well, the scammer should have died, in my opinion. That ain't right. That ain't right. And don't worry, karma's a bitch. Karma will bite them in the ass. That is unacceptable. How them scammers like to go after But yeah, exactly. Well, it's more like the elderly people, because they don't have, a lot of them don't have computers. A lot of them don't even have cell phones. They have house lines, and they're up in age. They're not in their right mind. A lot of them, they may have dementia. They may have Alzheimer's. They don't know. They actually think this is going on. They take it for granted that these people are actually good people calling them. I mean, if you stop and think about it, they have no idea. Oh, yeah, I don't go to auction channels anymore. Most of the coin community does auctions like every day, and I'm just like, I'm not going to sit there and there was one coin channel. I went in there and I said hi, and just because I didn't buy their shit, they banned me. And I'm like, well, not everybody's got money every day to buy their stuff. Yeah, they probably sell platinum or aluminum. They probably sell trinkets. I mean, yeah, it's some crazy shit right there. I don't even know, but yeah, I like them channels out there that take care of them people, like the pierogies and the kit bogas and stuff. Yeah, there are some good ones there. I'm not saying they're all bad. I just don't go to auction channels, because you sit there for 6 hours. I don't go to see, some people will sit there when they have giveaways. I don't do that. I'm not gonna, I don't sit on anybody's channel for 6 hours. I've never the attention span I got, no. I'll be in someone's channel an hour or two maybe. Unless I'm on the panel. If I'm on Cajun's panel, and I'll be on there 2-3 hours. But well, shit. $5,000 needs to come to me. Shit. Who the hell's got $5,000 just to casually throw away on YouTube? They must be a big YouTuber. They must be one of those top YouTube people that's got 10 million subscribers, like Skippy Able 62, Mr. Beast, who can just do that, give away all kinds of shit because he's a trillionaire. He could just do that every day. But well, if they got Nightbot, if a channel's got Nightbot, they can program who they want to win their giveaways. It's a proven fact. You can go into Nightbot and type in a name who you want. You tell that person to come in your chat, and Well, but here's the thing: if it's a big donor, I mean, I'm not telling people what to do with their money. If they want to give it to people, that's on them. But If you have trouble paying your bills, but you're giving money to this person every single time, then that's why you can't pay your bills. But it's like gambling. You're giving $100 away every day. Eventually, you're going to win that back, but you're going to break even if you don't lose. You know, I go to the casino every so often. I'm putting $20 in the slots, $20, $20, $20, $20. Eventually, you're going to win something. Yeah, you know when Mr. Beast did that Michael Jordan rookie card, everybody and their mama signed up for that. I seen my brother on there, and he's never watches YouTube, but he knows Mr. Beast. And I said, "What the hell are you doing? I'm trying to win a Michael Jordan rookie card." I said, "You don't even know who the fuck Michael Jordan is. You don't even watch basketball." He goes, "Yeah, but it's worth a lot of money." So I mean, I don't even know who won that damn thing, but he had something like, I don't know, trillion people on his live stream. He broke YouTube, giving away a Michael Jordan rookie card. Now, who knows if it was authentic or not, because 99% of Michael Jordan rookie cards, and by the way, it's not really his rookie card, because how basketball cards worked from 1982 to 1986, they didn't even make basketball cards. Nobody made basketball cards. Topps. Then Star came along in 1986 and started doing 85, 86 and started doing basketball cards again. Michael Jordan's rookie card is an 86, 87 Fleer, but he'd already been in the league 3 or 4 years. So, I mean, it's technically his rookie card because it's his first actual card, but he wasn't even a rookie. $13,000. Good Lord. I need people like that. Somebody needs to donate $13,000 to my cause. But yeah, if you got $13,000 to give away, then you're pretty well off. Now these big YouTubers and some of them on Twitch. There was a guy on Twitch doing a giveaway, and he was giving away $50, and he only had like 4 people in his stream. And well, okay, well, he's paying out, yeah. But this guy only had 4 people in his stream. And I went up in there because I didn't even know he was giving away anything. I just went up in there because somebody had recommended his channel to me. And it was a new channel, so I like to help out new people, you know, watch time, whatever they need. So I get up in there and I just type in hi. He goes, "Hey, how you doing? I got a giveaway going on." I said, "All right, great, whatever." I went to the bathroom. I come back and he goes, "Hey, Field Guy, you won $50." And I go, "Okay." Now, the thing of it is, he says, "Okay, fine. You withdraw and you win $50. Okay." Then he goes, "Oh, let me Zelle it to you." I said, "Well, I don't have Zelle. I have PayPal." He goes, "Oh, man, I don't fool with PayPal. That's shit." Then he starts yelling at me. I said, "I didn't fucking know." So he had to write out a check. It took like 7 days, but I got my money, right? But I wasn't arguing a point with this guy because 9 out of 10 times when people give away cash, they're not going to give it to you. Trust me. There are 2 or 3 people on YouTube that owe me money from bets that I've never seen again. You know, one of them makes freaking dildos up there in Connecticut or Massachusetts. He owes me $500. I never seen that, and I never will. But so he gives me the $50 and he goes, "You better fucking come in my stream next time," like yelling at me. And I'm like, dude, if I come in and support you, I'm gonna support you. He goes, "Well, every time I do this, people take the money and run." I said, "Well, not me." And I've been in his streams at least 20 or 30 times since. And each time he's like telling me, "Oh, well, you better be in my stream next time." And I'm like, "Dude, I'm in your stream every time." I said, "Dude," I even told him, said, take me out of the running. I don't even want your money." Like, he would only have like 3, 4 people in his chat, and he's giving away all this money. And I'm like, "Dude, do you have this money to give away?" He's like, "No." And I'm like, "So why are you doing it?" Like, why you keep giving your money away and you can't even, I'm like, "Dude, stop. It's not working." Like, you're only getting 3, 4 people in your stream. Why are you giving away money? I mean, if you want to give away money in your stream, you should advertise it and then make sure you got people subscribed to you, because what's going to happen is, like with RGG, Real Giveaway Guy, He gave somebody $1,200, never seen that person again. He was giving away gaming consoles, massage chairs, like shit out of his own pocket. And all of these bots, or I call them bot channels, all of a sudden he would have like 500 people in his live chat. And none of these people subscribe to his channel. You know, they just, oh, they didn't win. So if they didn't win, they go report his channel for gambling and shit like that. And he's like, wait a minute, you know. So after a while, he stopped giving away stuff. He changed his name a few times. I forget what his name is now, but he's not on YouTube that much anymore. I think he goes on the Overwatch or something, Overwatch Pro, because he does Fortnite. But YouTube demonetized him because of that Reface app. You know that Reface app where you put your face in like celebrities and stuff, and you can post it on YouTube, but YouTube don't like that. They pull copyright. So they started pulling copyright on people's channels for that Reface stuff. And it's crazy. But he's got, I don't know, 5,000, 6,000 subscribers. So he just started another channel just to do Fortnite. And I don't know if he got remonetized or not. But the whole point of the thing is, you know, but oh damn. Yeah, that's when you give them people up to Kitboga or Scam a Payback and let them take care of that situation. You know, I hate when people do that. You know, that is not right whatsoever. That is just not right. There was a coin guy on YouTube. I forget his name. He tried to scam me once. He kept calling me up. No, he kept texting me, and him and his friend were like, "Hey, I need money. I'm gonna have surgery. Blah blah blah." He goes, "Yeah, can you put up something for my auction, like a coin?" And he's like, "I'll give you so much money." And I'm like, "Well, you don't have to give me anything. I don't really care." But he wanted me to buy some of his coins, and I'm like, "Nah, I don't have money for that kind of stuff." But what he did, him and his buddy, they were doing an auction. Said his kid was sick, his daughter was sick, or some shit like that. Did an auction, sold all of his coins, got all the money, and people had his address, so they knew where he lived. He moved. He shut down his YouTube account. He changed his name, and he moved. Nobody's seen him in like the last 5 or 6 years. He just bloop, like disappeared, went his protection program, and he had well over $50,000 from what I understand that he stole from people. And not a lot of them got upset with him either, which is weird because I'm like, if someone takes my money, you know, but yeah, there's certain channels out there you gotta watch. I mean, you know, the big ones, yeah, they're not gonna do that. But it's the smaller ones you gotta watch out about. The fly by night channels. That's what you gotta watch out for. The fly by night channels where you know, if you watch somebody for a while and you get to know them, you're gonna know their traits, you're gonna know their habits. If they're a good enough channel or not, recommendations, you know, if they're putting out content, if they're really helping the community, whatever they sell, whether it's coins, cards, jewelry, you know, like Miss Ida Herring, she's always donating to what you call it, St. Jude's. She's always doing donations for St. Jude's all the time, selling her own stuff. She makes hats, all this stuff. She always does donations, and that's a worthy cause, you know. You know, but just because some channels say they're going to do it, they don't actually do it. I mean, most of them do. 99% of them do. But like the channel I was talking about earlier, and I don't even remember his name. This was like 5 or 6 years ago. Him and his buddy scammed the coin community out of 50,000 at least, probably more than that. And Cajun would probably remember his name, but I don't know his real name. I forget his real name, but his channel was TNT. That was his channel name, TNT. And his wife was Mrs. TNT. And surprisingly, she disappeared too. So they both scammed people. And they were living in Texas. I don't know where they left. I don't know where they went to. But yeah, he was begging people on YouTube. He goes, "Oh, I'm broke and I lost my job. I got to sell everything. I hate to ask people," one of those sob stories. Meantime, he went and bought a house. So he wasn't living on the street. There's nothing wrong. He was working. Ain't nothing wrong with him. He was scamming people. He tried to scam me. I said, "No, I don't think so. I'm not buying your stuff. I don't buy stuff just because someone says I have to buy it. I don't do that. Now, I'm sorry if they're in a situation where they're in a bad situation, then I feel sorry for them. But if I trust them, I'll give them the money. But I'm not going to buy anything just because they want me to buy something. I've had channels where they would email me and they'd say, "We need you to come in here," but I'm not doing that because I don't trust the person that's running this. I don't trust the person that's running the thing. I don't trust their channel. There's certain channels out there I do not trust. I don't care what their intentions are. I know if I've gotten screwed with them in the past, or others have gotten screwed with them, then I remember Mikey, rest in peace, Mikey, Archaeology Mikey. He used to come in my stream all the time before he passed away last year, tragically. He was calling out a couple of YouTubers, and 2 or 3 of them I had the same problem with. But I never got screwed out of money out of them, but he did. And they would say, "Oh, I sent your stuff. I don't know what happened to it. I think it got lost in the mail." But when you don't put a tracking number on it, you're destined to fail. I mean, if you don't put a tracking number, then you can honestly say, "Oh, I sent it. I don't know what happened to it." And that's the end of that. But there were times where he bought stuff. He won giveaways. Now, if you win giveaways and they don't send it, you're not really winning anything, so I wouldn't be upset with that. But there are times where he went in the auction stream, bought some coins, and got screwed. And there was this one guy who, and this is somebody else. This guy's dead too. His name was Lincoln. I forget, Lincoln Coins, Lincoln something. He's been dead a few years, but he would be moderators of these channels, and he would purposely block the bids, like delete the bids or block the people who were bidding. If it's something that he wanted, he would purposely block it to where there were no bids seen, and then he would bid on it so he can get it cheaper. And he pissed off a lot of people in the community. Karma bit him in the ass because I think he had got cancer or something. He's no longer alive. He's no longer with us. And I hate to talk about the dead that way, but he did that to a lot of coin community. He would mod auctions and purposely do that. He wouldn't do it to everybody. He did it to Cajun a few times. And a lot of times when they got these blue wrenches, it goes to their head. They get all this power, and a lot of these people come in the channels. "Oh, can I have a wrench?" Like, why? Who are you? Why? You got to be careful who you give these wrenches to. Because once you give wrenches to people, they can screw your channel up. People don't know that. One of them damn Canadians tried to do that with me once. Tried to, in one of my live streams, started banning my viewers. And I'm like, "What the hell, dude? Seriously?" "Oh, I was just doing it as a joke." I said, "You don't do that." I said, "No, but I said, you don't do that. You don't just go up in someone's stream and just, And then he did a 3-hour live stream on me messing around saying he's the one to take credit for my channel. And I'm like, "Bitch, I've been doing my YouTube 4 years before you even started YouTube. Don't be taking credit for my success." And then someone hacked his ass. And then he immediately started blaming me. Like, first of all, I give a rat's ass about that person. Second of all, I don't do that. Third of all, it's illegal. You know, but when you got that many enemies, and even in his live stream, he goes, "Oh, I wonder if it's him. It could have been 5 or 6 other people." When you got that many people pissed off at you and you're trying to figure out who did this to you, you got a problem. You shouldn't have one person pissed at you, let alone 5 or 6. And you know, there are some people that still go in his streams today that come in my stream, and that more power to them. That's fine. I'm not going to tell people don't go to that person's stream. I don't get along with that person, what he did to me. There are 2 or 3 YouTubers that tried to fuck me over on my channel several times. And they're out there still selling stuff and nice with people, you know, because some people will overlook that shit. Like one person can't understand why I don't go to our channel anymore. I'm like, really? You don't understand why you don't? I'm like, you don't understand why I don't go to your channel anymore? Well, let's see. You and your mods attacked me. You banned me from your channel, number one, so I can't even get at the channel. But yet when I see him popping Cajun stream, she's always talking shit behind the scenes to me. And I'm like, really? This was like 5 years ago. And I'm like, I don't even remember this person. But yet it's like they always come at me. And I'm like, I completely see. I forget and I move on. I don't have time to deal with this drama. YouTube is not for drama. I don't have time for that bullshit. You know. But there's still people out there that they will remember shit and just keep going with it. And I just never understand it. I can never figure it out. It's like, move on with the past. Go, you know, the future is now. Now is just past. This very moment is already gone. And we're on to the next moment. You know, life is too short to be dealing with numbskulls and morons on who wants to scam people on YouTube. You know, yeah, you waste their time, but I mean, like, but I just don't go on auction channels. I just don't. I'm not gonna buy shit, so why waste my time? Yeah, turn the page, exactly. Turn the other cheek. I gotta watch your last video. I got it queued in my playlist. I just haven't watched it yet. I'm gonna watch it. I'll probably watch it today. My watch list was down. I got it down to about 4,200 videos. Now it's back up to 5,000 again. It's at 4,993, and the max is 5,000. So I got to get to my watch list again, and it's not that good. Well, my shit's not that good. I'm gonna do a video later on Tony's Pizza. Okay, now I don't even know if they still exist anymore, but do you remember back in the day that Tony's Pizza was doing, when you bought the pizza, you got basketball cards, and most people pulled Shaq Rookie out of the packs. I did, but I have the wrapper sitting right here in my hand. It's free 1992-93 Fleer NBA basketball card from Tony's. I have the card somewhere. I have it somewhere because I recently seen it. The one I pulled out of this pack that's in my hand. I'm going to do a video on that. I've been meaning to do a video on that. But, you know, most videos I do, it don't get many views. It might get 50 or 60, maybe. I mean, that's not a whole lot. I mean, it adds up. But I've actually lost over 450 watch hours in the last 2 weeks just because I haven't streamed. So it's a constant battle. Once you hit a certain point, you know, I would be better off just making a brand new channel and just starting over. But then it takes, you know, you build your brand up. It takes so long. You know, the algorithm puts you in a place where you're never going to get out of it. I mean, you know what I do on Twitch? I would just like point my camera at the ceiling and go to sleep and have a bunch of views. I mean, they do sleep streams on Twitch. I mean, some people do it on YouTube, but it's creepy. But you know, that's not really supposed to, you know. But I don't know why people jump in a sleep stream. They think you're live and they click in and you're like, oh, you're sleeping. Women do that shit on Twitch. And I'm like, why? And they'll have like 300 people watching them sleep. And I go, that's creepy. No. And they'll be donating. They'll trying to wake her up. They'll donate. She sleeping away. And I'm just like, why don't they ban that shit? Like, you know. And then there's some doing that on YouTube also. But every video you do is good. You gotta have faith in yourself. I mean, honestly, you wanted a few Bama people I even talked to. So, because there's a couple on Twitch, and I mess with them. There's one called Bama Girl with those 3 letters that I can't stand, and I always mess with her. But we're cool. I don't. Like, I'm not hateful. I just don't like the sports team. It has nothing to do with the person that roots for that sports team. So when I say I hate Alabama, it means I hate the football team. I don't hate the state. I don't hate the people that root for it. That's just my rival because I'm LSU. But I mess with that woman. I mess with her all the time. She messes back. Like, it's kind of a sister thing. I'm like, you have a little bit of red on your shirt there, man. That's the wrong color. But I see in Stony Stream, and I go, "Go Tigers!" And she types in SMH, shake my head, and I said, "I'm shaking my head too." But she does live streams on Twitch, and I'll jump in there, and I'm like, "What? Again?" And I'm like, "Ma'am, you got the wrong color on your wall. I'm sorry." I'm like, "You're supposed to have gold on there, not red and crimson." I'm sorry, that's not the right color. But a lot of Alabama fans don't even live in the state of Alabama. So I mean, they could choose whatever team. I don't care. It's all good. But Falcons fans definitely get banned. I ban them. I ban them like because the Falcons fans have no brains. Number one, because they root for a shit team. I can at least I see a lot of Alabama fans out here because Alabama's only an hour and a half to Mobile from here, 2 hours tops. So a lot of Alabama fans live out here. So I'm always looking at them and I'm like, "Hey, you got that A up there. You know what that stands for, right?" Awful. Although I use another term. I have used another term before, but I'm not going to say that. But I wear my LSU hat when I go to work. And someone told me, "Yeah, you're rooting for the wrong team." I said, "So are you." I was like, "Good Lord." But yeah, everybody's going to root for their own team, and there ain't nothing wrong with that. You got to have pride in the sports team. I mean, you're going to have your haters, but I don't. I hate the sports teams. I don't hate the people behind it. I don't hate if I hated the people behind it, I wouldn't follow people. It makes no sense, especially on YouTube and these platforms where and when people tell you, "Oh, I'm just on YouTube to make friends," they're full of shit. Seriously, you're on YouTube to make money. That's the goal for everybody. Yeah, you're going to make friends and you're going to do stuff. But if you wasn't on YouTube, if you didn't have a plan on making money or this or that, you wouldn't be, 99% of people wouldn't be on YouTube. So never fool yourself when people say, "Oh, I'm just on here for fun." I've had people, "Oh, I don't need to get monetized. I don't want to deal with the bullshit." They got like 22,000 subscribers, and yet 2 months later, all of a sudden they're monetized, and I'm like, "Oh, okay, you changed your mind that fast." Those are the kind of people I can't stand. I'm not here to get monetized, and they change their mind all of a sudden. I'm like, "Okay, well, you can be monetized. You don't make a lot of money on YouTube anyway. Unless you got over 100,000 subscribers and you're verified, you're making peanuts. I mean, unless you have the base of your followers. Now, the base of my followers passed away in the last 2 or 3 years. I've had 5 or 6 of my big following. Yeah, and I say this as a joke, but I never want to joke about the dead. But I mean, I've had 5 or 6 of the big supporters I've had passed away within a 3-year period. Peanut Butter. I don't even know what happened to him. I just saw one day he passed away. And then Murad. would bring a bunch of people in my chat. If Murad was still alive today, I guarantee I'd be monetized because he would get monetized. They would take his channel and he'd get monetized in 2 weeks. He have so many people on his channel, his Facebook channel. Murad always liked helping people. He wanted to see everybody monetized. You know, it's sad that the Hong Kong Phooey got him. Murad was a good guy. I was in his last live stream. He was sick and he wasn't feeling good. He goes, I'm going to go to the doctor. He had the flu, what he thought was the flu. And it wasn't even a week later. And I found out somebody was doing a stream and it said R.I.P. Murad. And I said, what? It's his brother posted on Facebook. See, if I pass away, there ain't nobody going to be posting about me. I guarantee you that, because most of my family on social media, and most of my relatives wouldn't post shit about me anyway. So you wouldn't find out that I'm passed away unless you don't see me for a month or two. If you don't see me for a month or two, then you kind of know something's up. You know, and because some way or another, I would be talking to Cajun or Grumpy Stack. Somebody I'd be communicating with them. That's what I said. If you don't see me after a while, you know I'm gone. But we had within a 3-week period, I had Amy pass away, Yupa girl, but she had brain cancer. It was a matter of time. She had fought that for 6 years. She always was one of my big fans. She watched all my streams. I watched all of hers. We had Murad, same thing. I was in his panel all the time. He would end the live stream with like 60 people. He'd bring all his people in my stream. Now, not all of them would stay, but, you know, I'd get Murad on it, and I'd bring his people up, and, you know. So I honestly believe if Murad was still around, I would have been monetized 10 times over. Not to mention, I almost had it by myself twice. You know, but circumstances beyond my control screwed me. Third time's a charm, but I never believe I'm going to hit the third time. That would have to take astronomical odds. But then there were a few other people passed away. And then last year, you know, my good friend Archaeology Mikey passed away in his sleep. He was in college in Florida. And he lived in, I think, Maryland or something. He was going to college and passed away in his sleep, 22 years old. And Mikey's thing was he would come in and tell you what he had to eat today. And I haven't said this in a long time in my stream. I told Mikey I was going to tell him what I ate, but Mikey's up there in heaven. He knows what I ate. But Mikey, I ate some cereal this morning, brother. And I don't know what I'm going to eat for lunch or dinner, but I'm sure you're looking down. Yeah, I've lost 5 or 6 people that would watch my channel religiously. No matter what I did, you're going to have your core audience. No matter what you put out, you're going to have those couple of people that is going to watch your channel and support you no matter what you do. And that's what you need to be. You need, let's say you got 100,000 people and you do a live stream. You see, live streams used to get you hours. They still do, but they don't get you as much as they used to because YouTube changes the rules. You drop a video, you got 10,000 subscribers. You're going to have 50 or 100 that's your core base that are going to watch you no matter what, that are going to leave comments on your videos no matter what. Those are the people you need to target because those are the people that will help you achieve your goal. Now, whether or not you're on YouTube to make money, it's up to you. I just call bullshit on it because I've had people telling me to my face on my panel, oh, I'm just here to have fun. And then all of a sudden someone would tell them, you know, you can make money off of YouTube. And then they'd be monetized and then just change their demeanor. I've had people that were nice. They would kiss everybody's ass. They'd be nice as can be. Then all of a sudden they got monetized and they got a few $100 rolling in, which ain't nothing on YouTube. And then their ego would kick in, which they always had, because people once have an ego, they're always going to have an ego. They're just good at, some people are better at hiding it than others. Then all of a sudden their ego kicks in. Oh, I don't need you anymore. I'm monetized. I got 8,000 people. You don't matter anymore. I had a channel that banned me once, and I was like one of his first subscribers. He had like 112 subscribers, and I followed him. And then he went to like 18,000. I think he's up to like 100,000 now. He's verified. But when he got monetized, he's like, I don't need you anymore on my channel. He started banning people. He goes, he only put up with them for the watch time. And then once he got big, he says, I don't need you anymore. Screw that. I used to have verified channels in my stream. I used to have this golf channel with over 170,000 subscribers. He'd come in my stream. I forget his name. I don't think he does YouTube anymore, but he would come in my stream. We would talk golf. I mean, I don't know a whole lot I know enough about golf, but we would talk golf, and he would bring some of his subscribers into my channel because I talk sports. I would go to his channel because I like sports. So a lot of times if you go on a lot of these channels, see, people want to cross-reference. I don't say cross-contaminate, cross-pollinate, however you want to say it. I scratch your back, you scratch mine. Okay, well, follow for follow never works. It's against the YouTube's TOS anyway. It never works. It never works. It only works if you need a number. That's it. If you're looking for 1,000, it works. If you're looking for 50 on Twitch, it works. Follow for follow doesn't work as far as watch time. Because some people are going to watch the stuff, but they're not going to watch all your stuff. You may watch 95% of their videos, and yet they're only going to watch a handful of your videos because they can't watch all your shit all the time. Some people will. But you're watching all their videos thinking, okay, I'm helping them. Meanwhile, they're not watching none of your shit because your hours aren't going up, but you're helping them. That's why follow for follow doesn't work. Because you're not guaranteed they're going to actually watch your content in the first place. And then they have to make a comment. Like when someone follows your channel, they have to make comments on the first couple of videos. YouTube, they keep changing their TOS. They don't want you monetized. They're making it impossible. They used to have a message board on YouTube. You could message people, come in my stream. You can't do that anymore. I'm surprised they still got the community page, the community tab. But they never promote the community tab like they used to, so nobody ever sees it. Half the time, you don't even know if people's live unless you're on the promotions page to see it, subscription page. I mean, you have a thing that'll say +9, but by the time you hit it, hell, I get people all the time. Oh, I just missed your stream. And I'd be streaming for 4 hours. And I have more people saying I missed your stream than when this stream. So that's why I always say, always keep up your subscription page. When so-and-so is live, because you may see someone, oh, so-and-so is live for 2 hours. They may not be still on. But also, it's a good thing to, anything under a 2-hour stream doesn't require you to actually be here. If it's over 2 hours, you got to click a button to verify. It was never like that on YouTube. I always say the best way of supporting people is this. And they might change this in the future because the algorithm always has ears and they're always listening. The best way to do this is if you're going to go to the store and you're going to be out, let's say you're going to the movie, you're going to be going an hour and a half, 2 hours, right? Right before you leave, somebody that's supporting you, click on one of their videos for an hour and a half and just let the damn thing run. Just let it run. Just make sure it's not longer than 2 hours. Because if it's longer than 2 hours, YouTube will not count it. Because they'll be like, they will know that you're not actually physically there. Don't ask me how. I guess they got eyes in the back of their head. I don't know. But that's what I used to do to help people get monetized. I would click the button. Okay, well, I'll be back in 45 minutes. So I find a video that's 45 minutes long or 40 minutes long, and I'd watch it. Now, sometimes I come home and the video will be over already, and I would just click another one. But you see, and even if it's technically, you don't have to technically watch it per se, but I mean, you can. And you can even leave a comment. Good video, way to go, thumbs up, whatever. It all counts. But you see, you're helping somebody. You don't have time to watch their video, but you're actually letting it play, so you're helping somebody that you trust. And maybe they'll do the same thing for you. Hey, I tell people all the time, I don't care if you watch the damn videos, just give me the watch time. I go on people's channels and they go, oh, I subscribe to you. And that's great. But you never see them. They'll comment on one video. Great channel. Way to go. Can't wait for the next stream. You'll never see them. They'll never come back. And I even tell people, I'll go in certain streams. I'm like, don't follow me. Because I guarantee you, I'm only going to follow you if I like your channel. Don't follow me and expecting a follow back. Don't do that. I'm not good. I don't do follow for follow. I don't need to do follow for follow because I'm well past 1,000. I don't need to do that shit. Follow for follow only works if you need that magic number. It doesn't work for watch time. Out of 500 people, you might find 2 that will actually support your ass what they're supposed to support you. And you'll know that they watched it. Just because they tell you doesn't mean they actually do. No. It's kind of a catch-22. You know, you're floating in paradise. But that's just that's the way I see it. You know. But it's always good to help people, but help the right people. Don't just help somebody because they go, oh, I want to get monetized. Just get monetized. No, don't. You know. There are channels I watch that I like, and you can tell like they've been there from the beginning. Like Dale, he changed his. He was Coin World UK. Now he's Dark Truth Collections. He's got over 11,000 subscribers. Good guy and everything, but people try to step over him. Yeah, help the white people. Yeah, I don't want to be racist. Yeah, that would cause so much racism on my ass for that. No, I don't. Yeah, no. Everybody go watch Deplorable Garbage. He only wants the white man. Right? No, I'm just messing. He's sleeping right now, so he wouldn't know. He won't know what I'm saying. But I was in a stream last night. I said, "Where the hell's my Saints background? What the hell, man?" He's like, "Oh, I can't find that," and he puts up Lion stuff. And I go, "What?" Man, then he called my team shitty. I'm like, you know what? Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, here's the thing: if you do text to speech, it will pick up a TV. It will pick up a TV. But yeah. Well, you know, you can only help so many people out there. And I guess that bases to what the title of this stream is. I believe we have a failure to. You know why I put that? Because my boss told me that yesterday when I was off. I'm at home. She called me up. She says, "I believe we have a failure to communicate." And I said, "Yes, we do. Every time I say something, you don't listen, and vice versa." I'm like, "Yeah, because you're not saying the right things to me." You know, it's like, okay, like they're talking about teamwork. There is no I in team, but yet teamwork. When they all leave and I come in, it's me, I. So it's like me versus the whole, you know, it's like you versus the world. You can't win that way. 1 versus 100. You can't win. Tomorrow, I'm set up for failure. I already know it. Walking in the door, I already know I'm set up for failure because I got nobody helping me. It's all on me. If I don't do it, it's not getting done. That's how I always treat it. If I don't do it, it doesn't get done. And a lot of cases, that's true. You got these people that show up to work, they don't do shit. They there to collect the paycheck and go home. They don't want to work. I called that shit out yesterday. I told my boss, I said, "You got all these people here. They don't do shit." I said, "Why don't you fire them?" "Oh, they've been here 20 years. I can't fire them." "Why not?" "You're fired. Leave." That's their thing. They've been there 20 years. They're not going to do anything because that's just the rhythm. They know in 6 months They know in 6 months that manager will get fired. They'll get another manager, and they can do the same shit over again. Lack of management skills. I could run that store blindfolded. I even told my boss, I said, I told her she lacks manager skills. She doesn't know what she's doing. I mean, seriously, you're gonna let people walk all over you. You're the boss. You're supposed to dictate, because in the end, who gets chewed out? Your boss chews you out. So when you get chewed out, it trickles down the line. So people that don't know how to lead, they're followers. You have to take the approach. If I don't get it done, it's not going to get done. That's how I look at it in life. If I don't do it, and they literally do that to me, they schedule everybody off and have me do everything by myself, and then wonder why I didn't do 15 different things when it's just me. And I'm like, well, I'm not supposed to do A, B, and C, but they want me to do A, B, C, and D, and then do my job, which is E. But I have to do the first 4 things before I can do my job. And then they want to bitch about it because I did it wrong, and they wasn't there. It was their job in the first place. Troy, he knows who he is. But they bitch about it. They leave it for me, and then when I do it, they don't like the way I did it. Well, bitch, if you were here doing your job, I wouldn't have had to do it in the first place, and you could have had it done exactly the way you wanted it on your way. So I already know tomorrow's a shit show. I'm going to walk in there, and I'm going to have 5 different people telling me why I didn't do A, B, C, and D. And my response is, here's my middle finger, go F yourself. Because I ain't dealing with their bullshit. You know? I don't deal with negativity. You got negativity, you walk the fuck over there and leave me alone. I ain't even going to respond to them motherfuckers. I'm just be like, you do whatever you do. You do whatever the fuck you do. Go ahead. You do whatever you do over there. Right? I'm here to work. I'm not here to deal with bullshit. I'm not here to deal with drama. I don't need that shit. I don't need the job. Don't need to deal with them people. Simple as that. And most of them people are quitting because they don't want to deal with the shit either. So, and like I said, I already know. Walking in tomorrow morning, I already know they're going to tell me something. And I haven't even been there in 2 days. So, that's I believe we have failure to communicate my whatever. So, that's my rant of the day. Of all times, growing up, it used to be Roger Clemens, the Rocket. Roger Clemens is still one of my favorite. Modern pitchers, if we're talking about modern pitchers, I'll break it down into 3 categories. Old school, Satchel Paige, probably Christy Mathewson with this wind up. I like the knuckleball. Got to be knuckleball. So you got to have the Wilbur Wood. You got to have Hoyt Wilhelm. You got to have Phil Negro brothers, Phil and Joe. You got to have Tim Wakefield because he threw that knuckler pretty damn good. But if you want to go old school, I don't know. I always liked the way that Bob Feller pitched, Bob Gibson, Juan Marichal. If you go modern, Tom, of course I'm going to tell you Paul Skeens. But other than that, I still like Justin Verlander. He's on my fantasy team. You know, of course, Scherzer. You got to have Clayton Kershaw because all 3 of them are injured. But pitching is not like the way it was back in the day because after 5 innings, they pull a pitcher. You're never going to have another 300-game winner. Never. Verlander might be the last 300-game winner if he makes it that long. Because pitchers aren't going to pitch 7 innings anymore. I mean, fucking Skeens had 2 no-hitters last year going into the 5th inning, 4th inning. They took his ass out because he threw 50 pitches. They don't want starting pitchers. Starting pitchers limits are like 50, 60 pitches now. Then they take them out because they don't want anybody getting injured. So unless they change the rules of baseball, you're never going to have another 300 hitter. 300 game winner. You might not even have another 3,000 hitter. The standard might be 200 wins, 2,000 hits. Because nowadays they get paid so much money, you're never going to have anybody staying there 20 years unless they want to. Verlander is probably going to pitch another 2 or 3 years because I believe he wants to get to 300. But after him, the highest total is Scherzer with 218, 220, and then Kershaw's around 212. And Kershaw's not going to stick around another 10 years to get 200, 300. Plus, he's injured a lot. He's going to miss half this year. So, honestly, 15 seasons with 15 wins will get you at 300. But the way baseball's set up with the bigger bases and the stupid Rob Manfred rule, you put a man on second, you're never going to have a 300 game winner again. In our lifetime, I seriously doubt it. Look at what they did with Skeens yesterday. 4 innings, they took him out. Come on. You need 5 innings to qualify. If you're just going to, and half the time they put their relievers as starting pitchers because they don't want to waste their starting pitchers. They're only going to be 1. If that's what, I think that's the way baseball is going to go now. They're going to put their relievers in to start the game. And then around the 3rd or 4th inning, they put their starter in. It's about the 5th or 6th inning, 7th inning. Have their starters pitch 2 or 3 innings just to qualify for the win. And then you put your Mariano Rivera in there, you close them. That's how baseball is probably going to happen. And I wouldn't have a problem with that. Why not? Just start your relieving pitcher. Let them go 2 innings, maybe 3. Then put your starting pitcher in for 3 or 4 innings. Get them to the 7th inning. Yank them out and then put your closer in. But I like how Verlander wants certain rules. Verlander wants a rule where you have to have your pitcher in for 7 innings at least. I think that's reasonable. Or at least 6 innings. Because how are you throwing Paul Skeens had 2 games where he was throwing no-hitters into the 4th inning, into the 5th inning, and they took him out. And then they put a pitcher and he gives up 9 runs. Paul Skeens would have had a perfect fucking game. Because he pitched a no-hitter at LSU. So I know for a fact he would have had one. But they're too careful with pitchers. But you have to break it down into categories. Bob Gibson went 22-9 in 68 with a 1.12 ERA with 9 losses because his goddamn he lost most of those games 1-0 because he had no batting, nothing. So the days of Cy Young pitching, winning 58 games. And pitching in 112 out of 112, that's long gone. But I would say I like Roger Clemens. Whether or not he did steroids, I don't know. He probably did. But honestly, did steroids do a big thing? Considering a lot of the hitters did steroids in the 90s, and some of the pitchers did. Honestly, if Clemens was pitching to Palmeiro, would that have made a difference? Did steroids make a difference? Maybe, but it wasn't illegal. The owners looked the other way. Mark McGwire and Sammy Sosa, 1998, saved baseball with steroids. Looked the other way. So how can you have a double standard there? If you're going to let some of these steroid people get in the Hall of Fame, why the hell is Pete Rose not in the Hall of Fame? And it's pointless now to have Pete Rose in the Hall of Fame because he's dead. And that's exactly why they're going to put him in there. A lifetime ban doesn't mean you're banned when you're dead. What the fuck can you do when you're dead? The whole thing with Pete Rose is when baseball needed him, he was banned. But when baseball needed him, he was there. All-Star game, they let him in. Reds anniversary, Phillies, they let him in. When Bud Selig wanted him there, he was there. Be it every time. Pete Rose thing was year to year. They just threw him under the bus. Now Manfred's talking about, oh, well, I don't know. Maybe we'll put him in. It's pointless now. I think President Trump should have pardoned him 8 years ago when he was first in. Would have had a shot. It makes no sense to put Pete Rose in the Hall of Fame. It's like the WWE. They always got to put a dead wrestler in the Hall of Fame. Why? It means nothing. I mean, maybe for their family. Pete Rose already had wrote a script. He even said, I'm not going to get in my lifetime. It's pointless to celebrate somebody. You should have celebrated him years ago. Yeah, he made a mistake. He owned up to it. It took him a while, but still, betting on the game of baseball is no worse than cheating by sticking a needle in your ass. And now if they would have had that shit back in the day, would Pete Rose would have took it? Probably not. But I mean, Pete Rose bet on his team to win anyway, so I don't see the whole point. I really don't. But I guarantee you there are a lot of people that bet on baseball back in the day. The Pittsburgh drug trials. Dave Parker, who just got in the Hall of Fame. He was involved in that shit. They were betting in that too. The drug scandals, they were betting against baseball teams. Him and a few other the Pittsburgh Pirates players. 1985. It's on record that they bet on baseball. Yeah, they do. They were just going after Pete Rose. That's all. Because they didn't like Pete Rose. Pete Rose. See, what happened was Pete Rose. How Pete Rose got caught. He would stiff his bookies. He would call in 30,000 or whatever. He wouldn't pay his bookies. He would hit a limit and just go someone else. And one of the bookies got pissed and went to Giamatti and said, hey, I got a story for you. Here's all the documents. Here's the recordings. He recorded it all. If Pete Rose would have paid his bookies, he would have never got caught. I guarantee or if he would have got caught, he would have been in the Hall of Fame already. The baseball Hall of Fame is bullshit. They made that rule in 1994, knowing that Pete Rose was going to be on the ballot. They made that rule for Pete Rose. But here's the thing. If Pete Rose isn't on the ballot, why was Barry Bonds and Roger Clemens, why were they allowed on the ballot? Now, I'm not saying they were, a few of them, Pettit actually admitted he did it. He's on the ballot. And Andy Pellet, Andy Pellet's from Louisiana. But you're supposed to, in the baseball annals, you're only supposed to, when you vote, you're only supposed to, it says it in the bylaws, you're only supposed to vote on what he did on the field, not on the field. There's murderers in the Hall of Fame. I mean, Ty Cobb murdered a few people. I mean, shit. I guarantee you all those old ones back in the day, who knows what Rube Waddell did and the other ones? I mean, shit. I guarantee they did all kinds of shit that was illegal by today's standards. And they're in the Hall of Fame. Now they're trying to say that Pete Rose bet as a player. Now, after 40 years, this shit's coming out now. He probably did, but what's the point? He was a manager player. So technically he did bet as a player because he was a manager player. But still, betting on baseball. See, and the thing is ironic now is because in the last 10 to 12 years, baseball's biggest sponsors, DraftKings and all of these sports, they put teams in Las Vegas. Yet you're gonna ostracize Pete Rose for betting on baseball when now baseball is all glamorized and ESPN bet and all this other shit. And the players bet. They still bet. Of course they do. They just pay their bookies. I mean, like Ohtani's interpreter. He got caught because somebody narked on him. That's the only reason why. I mean, that guy that just got banned last year, I can't remember his name. He got banned for life. Like, why? I don't get it. They're still going to bet on baseball. Betting on baseball is not illegal. That's the thing, too. It's not illegal. Even if they made a stupid rule, it's not illegal. It's not against the law. So, I mean, in 1919 White Sox, you know why they threw the World Series? Because their owner wouldn't pay them. I mean, hell. Yeah, I read that too. Oh, I guarantee you them umps were fixed. In football, in football, up until I think 2 years ago, the referees for football, they were never full time. They were considered part-time workers. They only got paid what they worked. So if they were there at the stadium 6 hours, they only got paid for 6 hours. That's why they all were lawyers. That's why they all had different jobs in the off season. And I'm sure it was like that with baseball. I guarantee you those umpires and refs, they didn't get paid in the off season. They probably had other jobs. I mean, how many times in my mind has an umpire called strike 3 on a ball 4 that cost the team a World Series or a championship? I mean, it happened in that no-hitter. And then them two people are friendly now. That baseball player that got lost a perfect game, the umpire called safe when he was out. And then he went on his podcast. Oh, I'm so sorry. They forgave each other. You know the fix was in on that shit. Had to be. But nothing happened there. The dude got paid. Now he probably didn't know a perfect game was happening, but still. I mean, the idea that these umpires are 100% legit is a joke. I mean, no one's perfect. I get that. But, they putting out this technology bullshit and challenge, and they all talking about they want to cut the game of 3 hours, 4 hours, cut it down to an hour and a half. Well, you throw technology in there, you're taking more and more time. I don't like the idea of putting a man on second base to start the 10th inning. That's fucking retarded. Isn't that cheating? They made the baseball bases bigger. Rickey Henderson stole 1,406 bases successfully. He got caught 335 times, I believe. Them bases were bigger. Rickey Henderson would have stole well over 2,500 bases, no doubt in my mind. No doubt. He would have attempted more because they want more steals. That's why De La Cruz is stealing all these bases because they're bigger. Back in the day, they were smaller. They're juicing the baseball because they want home runs. When everybody starts hitting 50 and 60 home runs, you got a problem. I mean, they're making these shorter fields. The pitcher is at a disadvantage, number one. They moved the pitching mound in 60 feet, 6 inches. It used to be like, it used to be 72. No, it used to be 45. They move it back. Or they move it up. I can't remember which one. It used to be, I think, 45 feet at one point. Then they started hitting people in the head. And they said, nah, move that shit back. But it's when they start tinkering with things, and you got to take into account different generations have different rules. You can't base something in 2025 what happened in 1968. Different time, different rules. I hate that sabermetrics bullshit. All of these stupid war and all this other bullshit. What the fuck is that? They make all these. I watch MLB Network and they come up with all these stats I've never fucking heard of before. What is this? Like, his OBP is like 90 points higher than this guy. Like, nobody knows what the fuck that is. I mean, I know OBP is based on base percentage, but nobody knows what all that shit is. They make up all these sabermetrics and bullshit. Oh, well, he was actually good even though the stats sucked. They actually put somebody in the Hall of Fame with a 232 batting average because he had a good on-base percentage. Because he walked a lot. And I'm like, what's his name? James, the guy, I can't think of his name right now, but the sabermetrics guy, the main guy that started all this bullshit years ago. The Red Sox hired him, and then, the Oakland A's, and they had Moneyball and Bill James with all these sabermetrics bullshit. Nobody knows what the fuck that is. I can make up a stat too, FU stat. How many times he's flipped off the middle, flipped off the crowd? Does that make him a better baseball player? No. They make up all these stats and inflate shit. War ain't no fucking stat. Wins. What the hell does war mean? Wins above replacement. What the hell has that got to do with a fucking? That's a team stat. That ain't a baseball stat. Yeah, exactly. That's ruined the game more than anything. Now you got all these stats. I'm literally sitting there watching MLB Network one day, and they're talking about this stat and this stat, and I'm like, hey, this was a YouTube video. I typed in, I said, what the fuck is this? I've never heard of this stat before. Oh, they just invented it like 5 years ago. Now they want to track the average rate of speed. Oh, he hit the ball off the bat 107 miles an hour, and his home run went 492 feet. But it really would have went 546 feet if he would have ducked. Like, I don't care how. I don't care. See, and they track these balls. Oh, the ball went 512 feet. Well, how the fuck do you know that? They put the gyros in the baseballs now. That's why baseballs are heavier. That's why it's harder and harder. They make the baseballs lighter, but then they put these cameras in there and they track and shit. And it's like, oh, you hit the ball 573 feet. I don't really care how far you hit it. As long as it, if I'm betting on something, as long as it goes over the wall, I don't give a shit how far it went. It can go as far as it wants. But that's just the logistics of it. Just I don't know. But that's just the logistics. It's crazy. And I gotta stop giving my ideas away. I gave Junk Wax Genius an idea, and he took an idea and ran with it. I'm like, I gotta stop giving people ideas. They're stealing my thing. For somebody, and that's nothing. I like Junk Wax Genius. I love his channel, but he's never been on mine. Not that he don't have to be. But if somebody came on your channel every day and supported your shit, wouldn't you watch their stuff at least once just to see what the hell their channel's about? Right? Like, who is this dude that's watching my stuff? I would like to know. How does this guy operate? Is he a good guy? Does he make videos? Let me watch one of his videos. Nope. Yeah, he's never been on my channel once. I comment on his videos every day. He's like, the only YouTube video that's unscripted. And I said, well, that's not true because I don't write shit I write down. I'm unscripted. I'm always commenting on his videos. I'm just like, okay, cool. His PC is Will Clark, and that's from NOLA. So that's my PC also. In fact, the Kmart's, I used to have that Dream Team Kmart set, and I just bought it. I did a video on it a couple of days ago. And they actually got the gum in there. And I said, I'm going to eat the gum. It's got like one spot on it. But I said, I'm going to eat the damn thing. I don't care. And he's like, oh, I wouldn't do that. I'm like, well, shit, I don't care what you do. He tried it once. I'm like, I don't care what you do. I want to eat it. I don't care. I'm like, hell, I don't do it for views. I'm just going to eat the damn thing. I got this old Coca-Cola bottle from 2009. I'm going to crack that thing open one day and drink it. I don't care. I mean, hell. Southern Coin Hunter in the building. Hey, somebody was looking for you last night. Somebody was on Cajun Stream. Somebody was asking, how's Southern? I said, I think he's still alive. He's still ticking. But I haven't found any coins lately. Only because I'm not a cashier at my job. I told all the cashiers, I told them all, look for coins, look for anything that's funny, let me know, but they haven't told me anything yet. I asked them if I could be a cashier, just to look at the coins. They're like, no, I can't open a cash register. I'm like, fuck that. But because I guarantee you there's people over there that just give out, they don't care. Heading to the eye doctor. You got two of them. One and two. But Cajun might do a live stream later. He did one last night. He wants to do that stream, the stream for the scammer, and that's why I jumped on early. He might not. I'm hoping he might. It depends if he gets up. He's probably taking a nap right now. I could probably wake him up, but I don't want to do that. I don't want to hear them flying curse words. But he might be up. I don't know yet. But yeah, one of these days I gotta go to the eye doctor. I'm gonna tell a doctor. I'm gonna say, Doc, I could have sworn this was a 50-cent piece. You're telling me this is a quarter? Really? Oh, actually, some guy did drop off a pendant with an Ike dollar in it. I did get that the other day. It's 1975 Ike, but 75s aren't silver to my knowledge. So, but I got that one big score with the page of coins in it, the world coin page. But a lot of times when I'm there, they don't give me the good shit. It's when I'm not there that we get the good shit. I'll tell you what, my coworker pissed me off the other day. This guy came in with an Atari, a ColecoVision, a Dreamcast, a Sega Genesis, and about 500 Atari games. I was going to put that to the side. And I didn't even tell him I had that. Motherfucker probably went looking in the box. I came out and said, where's the game? Oh, I sold it. To who? I said, bitch, I just bought that. What the hell? I said, son of a bitch, I just had somebody go in there and buy that shit. Who you sold it to? Sold it for $80. I'm like, motherfucker, I just made a price tag for that. I'm like, so he's selling my shit. I'm the one that got the shit out the guy's truck. I'm the one that loaded it. This son of a bitch comes in and sells it. And I'm like, dude, the next time you do a transaction, I'm going to fucking sell your shit. I said, don't sell shit that I got on the side for me. Because that guy told me I can have that. He said, if you want it, it's yours. It wasn't even 2 minutes later. I went back outside to get a bag. So I could put the shit in the bag and go hide it. He already sold it that fast. He went digging it. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I didn't know it was yours. I'm like, the guy gave it to me. And the guy was still standing there too. In the truck. And he's like, hey, that's not yours. So that pissed me off. Old school Atari 5200? No, it was a 2600. It was the original. ColecoVision, all kinds of stuff in there. Pisses me off. I'm like, don't sell shit that the guy gave me. And I'm glad you got your $80. Should be mine. Bastard. Should have gave me the $80. I even told the guy, I said, do not sell this shit. I turn around, it's gone. I don't go on Whatnot. I have a Whatnot account. I actually still never use my $15. I've never used it, so I still have $15 free. I think I still have it. I still have the app on my phone. I was gonna buy some $2 bills from the $2 documentary. He was gonna put up some 63 red seals for me, and I just never went back on the channel on Whatnot because I don't like how Whatnot is. There's a few people like non-doms, and there's a few people on YouTube that will do YouTube stream for Whatnot. That's like an auction stream. But if I think about it, I might be there. Oh yeah, Brock's Boys got banned. They found out he was an Alabama fan. They said, no, we can't have that. I'm just kidding. Yeah, he wins too many giveaways. How's it his fault that he gets so lucky? You know? I only got the Whatnot app on my phone because of you know. Oh, wait, there he is. Speaking of the devil. The man, the myth, the legend. Actually, my volume's not on. Wait, I gotta turn my volume on. But we'll bring him up here. He's awake, folks.
Yeah. Got up I don't know. Just on my second cup of coffee.
Oh, okay. I did a live stream early in case you want to still do that stream today.
What's up, Southern Coin Hunter? Van the Man, Brock's Boys, woohoo! You did what?
I said I went live in case you want to do that scammer stream today.
Oh, I'm gonna do that on my channel later on.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I didn't know what time.
I was gonna do it about 3 o'clock or something.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. Yeah,
maybe earlier.
I didn't know if you wanted to do it at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. I said, well, I woke up at 10. I said I got time to kill. I'll just do a stream. But send me an invite on what? My whatnot or because I'm still trying to figure out whatnot. But I still haven't used that $15. But Southern's going to the eye doctor. Aye, Captain.
Aye. I'll keep an eye out for you later on.
How many eyes you got? 2. Aye.
I'll send you an invite, man.
Yeah. Oh, if you meant Cajun. Well, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna be doing that, man. I'm gonna be doing a scammer thing. I got a good phone number where I can call, and it's about Norton. You know, they say they took it out of my account, and if I have any issues or if I want a refund, they gave me a number, so I'm gonna call that number. Yeah, which they never took anything out. They never said what they took it out of: PayPal, bank account, Cash App. You know. They took it out the hole in the ground in my backyard. You know, they never said. So that's a scam right there. And then they said Dear Cajun instead of Dear Hollis. You know.
Yeah.
I showed it last night. What happened to you last night, man? Where you was at? We were waiting on you.
Yeah, Jay was actually wondering where Southern was. He goes, "Where's Southern? How's he been?" I said, "I think he's still alive. I haven't seen him recently, but I know he's putting out videos."
Right.
I like the one where it says, "Dear Boudreaux."
Did we ever figure out who Jay is?
Yeah.
Did we ever figure out who he is?
I think he's that. I'm pretty sure he's that guy that does with. I used to go on a lot of baseball card streams. I think that's him.
Oh, okay.
I think. But I mean, he's cool.
I don't know the guy.
I don't know him either. He showed up on my stream one day.
I mean, when you call somebody boo, and I mean that guy, he don't know me, he calls me boo. You know, so I'm thinking it's somebody from over on the mechanic tool community trolling.
I think that's the guy who he used to have a Toronto logo. I think that's one of the baseball card people. I could be wrong, but I had no idea who he was either. Still
Toronto what? Hey, Toronto what?
Toronto Blue Jays. Like I think that's.
Well, his J for his avatar. That's a standard generic YouTube.
No, I know.
Because his first, that's his initial J.
Yeah, I know that. But there was a guy, Jays 091. And he used to be in the baseball card community. He had a Toronto, the Blue Jays, the baseball. That was his thing, and he disappeared. So he stopped going in these baseball. So it might be him. I don't know. But I don't know. But yesterday in your stream, there was a couple people. There was 2 or 3 people I never knew.
I don't know who
you even said.
I don't know who the hell that.
Like, who? I know.
Talking smack about 710. Then he left some messages in another video. One of my
that was a troll.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he's like, I see 710 still or somebody that don't like 710 or something, you know.
Yeah. I've never been in a lot of his live streams, but
I don't know that guy, Eagle. I don't know of any Eagle. The only Eagle I knew was Bald Eagle 005 or something. You remember that guy that used to have quarter hunt for the W's?
Yeah.
What's up, Blue Wave
Odyssey? Bob in the building. What is going on? Long time no see. You got to get your YouTube channel back in action, sir. With all them subscribers, you got to put out some content. Make $1 trillion. Retire in style.
I remember Blue Wave. He had another name or something. Did he change his channel name, or is he a younger fella? No, well, about 28 or 29.
No, that's not Blue Wave. That's somebody else. Yeah, no, just you know.
So he didn't have another channel before he was Blue Wave Odyssey, or another name. Another name? No.
Blue Wave. Blue Wave. Yeah, Blue Wave. Well, he says he's an old fart. Yeah. I wouldn't say that, but
I know I am.
Yeah.
Look what I got, dude. I got some stuff in from
that magic number 69
today.
Yeah.
61 here. Oh, 69. Just turned 69. Really? Damn.
Yeah.
I'm only 61 then. Some 15 grid storage boxes for switches, parts, all that. Oh, and I got this in.
I hope all's going well.
This is why I don't shop at Walmart except for something I actually need.
Yeah.
You know what these are?
Is that test strips?
No, it's a tape.
I don't know. I can't tell what that is.
It makes strips. It's for this.
About time you got power. Oh, that thing. Yeah. We used to use something like that at work.
Yeah,
make our name tags with. Yeah.
Well,
I tried to get on.
These little cassettes part. There's 13 feet of tape in here. This one's clear, and it does the black ink. Well, I mean, this one in here does the white ink. Let's see. What do I have something right here with one on it? No. I just threw two up my way a while back. They were tests. Anyway, there's a cassette right there.
Huh. That's a unique one.
All right. These are $10 without the tax at Walmart. I got them for $1.80 on AliExpress. And this is the clear one. This is the clear one. And so whatever, like all my parts drawers for my resistors, switches, capacitors, diodes, all my surface mount devices, that little bitty grain of sand shit, micro soldering parts, all them drawers are clear. And they got all that white shit on the front, with the black ink from my printer. Well, I'm not taking all that off. Hell no. But the new stuff, the new ones are going with there because I emptied some drawers out because I had a couple of big ones like this. I got a bunch of these, but they're only $1 a piece. Okay. And you can custom size these. Watch, let me show you.
I saw on Fetch, how you do the buy online stuff, certain things like eBay and stuff like that. I saw where they had AliExpress on there. So much, whatever you spend, you get whatever per dollar. It was on there a couple weeks ago.
And what is it?
Connect your accounts. eBay's got like a shop thing. Like not eBay. Fetch has a shop thing where it says 10 points per dollar, 5 points per dollar, whatever it is. So I connected my eBay account with it. When I bought stuff from eBay, it gave me points. Okay. And I saw AliExpress was on there. So I don't know if it still is, but I saw a thing where it said shop. So you click it and it'll lead you right to AliExpress. But let's say your total is $18 without tax. It'll give you 18 points. Like it gives you the points, 5 points for every dollar. So 18 times 5, it would give you 90 points, whatever it is.
Right.
But I saw that a couple of weeks ago that it was it was right next to the eBay slot. Because I got 20 points off of eBay just by buying what I bought.
Damn. Well, usually it picks.
It looks like
it picks my eBay up automatically. But I ain't bought on eBay in a while. Anyway, look, these little 15 grids, and you can customize these.
Yeah.
You can take one out, you can take two out. You got some long stuff. And I ordered some. Missy needed one for her yarn stuff. crochet stuff. So
I get so much yarn at work. You wouldn't believe how many people drop off shitloads of yarn.
really?
I'm like, really?
Damn,
Tons of it. I'm talking boxes and boxes.
Damn.
Boxes of yarn. Like crochet stuff.
Yeah,
I'm like,
somebody's grandma died and they don't want to deal with
that's always the case. I always hear the story. Oh,
yarn.
my mom died, my grandma died, this died. I'm like, okay, that's all the shit we get. I'm like, hell. It's starting to rain out here right now. They got partly cloudy. It's partly cloudy. Got a little bit of showers. All right, Southern. Yeah, make sure you get that. Make sure you get that power to your house.
From $10 to $1.80. Screw Walmart. You know, on that. You know, I do get some stuff like this. I got it Walmart on sale, $20.
I wanted to get the label maker that we had at dirt cheap. I was gonna get the label maker. I was gonna buy it, but then the boss took it and brought it to another store, and I was like, well, shit, because I put $1 price tag on it, and my boss was like, all right. And I never got a chance to get it, but I've been ordering my groceries off DoorDash from either Aldi or Rouse's.
How they say that? Good thing comes to those who wait. Well, screw that. Because
why
you know, like in your case, because you could have got a bunch of stuff from Dirt Cheap that you didn't, because you know you're like, oh, I'll get it tomorrow, and it's gone.
Yeah. Oh, I did get a lot of stuff. Like, I did get a lot of stuff. I mean, I bought the microwave cheap. I got record player for next to nothing. I did get some stuff. Now there was a few things I wanted that they took.
I'll be back. I gotta go lean off the dock too. Oh.
Okay. I did the commercial for myself, but let's see.
Man. Oh boy.
I'm gonna push you. But let's see. So we did the commercial earlier, so we'll do it again. It goes a little something like this. It's ticking on the screen. So this is how it goes. And this Lean Off the Dock moment is brought to you by Grumpy Stack Tires. By Stack. Grumpy Stack, that is. Located in Ville Platte, Louisiana. Home of the Million Mile Tire. He ships it. You handle it. And if I think of any more else, if I think of another thing to do it, I will gladly do it. But I can't. I got to think of more jingles. Like my coworker, I wrote a theme song for him. I took the Sanford & Son theme song and I said, it's all his fault. So anytime I talk to him, I just point to him. I go, it's your fault. It's your fault. It's your fault. You know, got to blame somebody at work. This dude's like 350 pounds and he dances. So I'm like, all right. But, you know, call the power company and ask them why the hell they charge you so much. You know, that's what I would do. But unfortunately, in this house, I don't have it in my name, so I have no power. I mean, I have power, but I don't have any power to you know, this landlord likes to take control out of everything. So I'm just like, yeah, the power's out. You know, that's why I wanted it in my name. It's like, nope, don't go in my name. So I never get to see the bill, so I don't even know how much I'm supposed to pay. He just throws out a number, and I'm like, you sure about that number? So we're gonna do a little investigating on him pretty soon. Because when I decide to get my own place, this guy's gonna pay me the money he owes me. Because I'm gonna go back and look at these records. And he's going to be paying me some money, and there's going to be a small claims lawsuit on his ass. Because I'm keeping my own records here. Last night I fell off the dock. Then I did a lean off the dock earlier. So I don't know what else there is to do. I fell off the dock and I'm leaning off the dock. I guess we're at the dock. I don't know. Let's see. I gotta wake up super early in the morning to go to work. Sucks. I hope it storms, because if it storms, I don't have to do much. And if then people come out in the rain and expect me to get their junk in the rain, I'll tell them kindly, get the hell away from me. Because I ain't getting wet for those people. Unless they got a money tree, I don't want their junk. I'll tell them, come back tomorrow when the city dumps open. Come back Monday when I ain't there. It's glad to see Bob, and glad to see Blue Wave. I always liked his channel. He always supported me. I support his channel. I always liked all the adventures he went on. Him and his wife. Good man. You know.
What you doing?
Plus, he's in retirement age, so do stuff, retire, have fun. That's what I say. I was trying to pattern the title of the stream after a Guns N' Roses theme. We have a failure to take a minute, but it's kind of I don't know.
All right, I'm back. I had to brush my teeth while I was leaning off the dock.
I have to build you an outhouse so you don't have to get up.
Well,
you can be doing your stream. You can be like, "Oh, excuse me, folks." But all you would have to do, all you have to do is mute the screen, block it out. I'll be right back. Do what you got to do. I'm back.
Carry a gallon milk jug. Keep a milk jug right here,
huh? Yeah. They won't. There'll be nothing to wash. I'll be back in a second. I go get the coffee. No, you can tell people I gotta go do the lemonade.
Right now, anyway. Oh, some tape. You needed some tape. That came in.
Uh-oh. There
boxing.
He is. There he is.
Elvis. What's up, Elvis?
Elvis in the building. Hunk of burning love.
Hunk of burning love.
Elvis, I think, would be the perfect person to call up those scammers. Like, what is your name, sir? Elvis Presley, king of rock and roll. Thank you very much.
Yeah, buddy of mine.
They wouldn't know who the hell he is.
Yeah, buddy of mine. His first name's Elvis. Last name Amos. Elvis Amos is his name. That's his, true legal name at birth, and all that.
Hey, Elvis, you missed Aaron on stream last night. I just happened to wake up. He was on at like 1:30 in the morning. I just happened to wake up. I was on a stream for about 20 minutes. I got in the stream and he was like,
Elvis was a Southern name for a long time before Elvis Presley got big. I mean, he was named Elvis right about the time that he was named Elvis before Elvis got famous. I think Elvis Amos he's 75 right now. Something like that.
Oh, yeah, there's some out there. There was a baseball player, Elvis Andrus. He played for the Rangers in the 90s and 80s. I don't know, Elvis. I walked into a stream last night. He was saying F the Vikings, and he was saying J.J. McCarthy is going to lead the Vikings, and I don't know. He's saying all kinds of. He's sleeping right now. He ain't awake. But he had like 20-something people in the stream, 17. He had the Lions logo in the background. At first he said my team was shitty, but then he said, you know what? I'm going to give him his props. He's giving me props, so I'm not going to say that. And I said, yeah. I said, I didn't call your team shitty. I said, that's Elvis that called your team shitty. Remember that? So, yeah, well, he's going to be leading your team this year, so good luck. Here's something. Who's going to have more wins, Carr or McCarthy? Which, by the way, both have Carr in their name. And that's the only time we'll ever say that word because it's banned. Especially if a certain person comes in. We ain't talking about that shit on my stream anymore. But Christian Pounder, there's a name. There's a name you ain't heard in a while. He's got a hot wife, but other than that. Y'all let your quarterback go to Seattle. The Sea Chickens. Come on now. The Sea Chickens stole y'all's quarterback. One and done. That was your one hope to win the Super Bowl, sir. That was your one shot. Now you're going to be a 5-win team again. That was your one shot. Your one and only shot. Now you're going to be just like the Saints. Praying that your quarterback can do something. Although, funny story, all the Saints experts actually think that we're going to trade up to number 1 and draft Cam Ward, or they think we're going to get Deion's son, which would be disastrous because, Deion's going to be a coach. But, yeah, no. But if anything, I say we're stuck with Carr, unfortunately. But, really, you think JJ is worse than Carr? Huh? Okay. Well, shit. In that case, you can have Carr. We'll take McCarthy. I'm good with that trade. I'll take that trade right now. Shit. I'll even throw in your favorite pack of beer to get rid of his ass. Yeah, Carr refused to take a pay cut, just like he did with the Raiders. He restructured his contract because it's in his contract. Every NFL player has that option. But they asked Carr to take a pay cut. And he said, nope, I ain't doing that shit. He flat out said, nope. So, how you go from Drew Brees, the best quarterback in NFL history who loves New Orleans, to Derek Carr, who just hates this planet? But shit, no, we are not getting Sanders. Ain't no goddamn way. I'll give up football if we get Sanders. Ain't no damn way. I don't want that dude. That dude sucks ass. If there's a quarterback out there I want, I don't know. They say we're going to get Jackson Dart also. I can't see the Saints drafting a quarterback at number 1. I just can't. We need wide receiver help. We need offensive tackle help. We need cornerback help. We need defensive end help. we need help. We need quarterback help, but I actually want us to get the dude from Jaunty, the running back from Ohio. That running back that got like 2,700 yards. Him. Yeah, I don't like Sanders because the way his daddy coaches him. But I don't know. Hopefully the Saints can get somebody good in the first round. And we got like 8 or 9 picks. The NFL gave us a 7th round compensatory pick that they wasn't going to give us. Actually, you know what the Saints redid? You know what Mickey Loomis has been doing? Is he's been re-signing the old Saints players. Like all the Saints players we traded in the last 5 years, he's re-signing them. He re-signed Will Clapp, which is good. He re-signed Brandon Cooks, which Brandon Cooks basically said, I don't even want to play for them. I don't know why he came back. Brandon Cooks got pissy. When we drafted Michael Thomas, demanded a trade. The Giants got Russell Wilson and Jameis. That's a unique combo there. I wanted Justin Fields to be the quarterback of the Saints, but he went to the Jets. So now the Steelers are going to be stuck with Aaron Rodgers. Good luck there. I thought for all intents and purposes that Aaron Rodgers was going to the Vikings. But apparently not. Apparently the Steelers want him. They kissing his ass over there. So apparently Tomlin wants and Rooney wants and they talking about signing Aaron Rodgers to a 3-year contract at 41. They talking about giving him a 3-year contract. They must be void years. There's no way he's gonna last long. No, Rodgers will play till. No, I'm convinced Rodgers will play till he's 50. He wants.
What?
He wants to play. Huh?
You know what? Remember last night I asked you a question. I told you about something that was new. On StreamYard that I saw.
Yeah.
And I said, I'm the host, so only me can see it. But I was wrong.
Yeah.
I can see it here, and I'm not the host. It's right next to my at the bottom, my my little box at the bottom where I'm at.
What is it under? More?
No, the little, like, okay, you have you and me underneath the main screen, underneath this main screen, the big one. Okay, that's like 10 inches by 5 inches or whatever. All right, then you can see you and me underneath that. Do you have a box that says present under it?
No.
Invite. Oh, that's right. You're on the phone. Never mind.
Yeah.
But I see it. I see a box next to my image down here. My monitor.
If I click my screen, it brings up 3 dots. It'll probably be under there. But I do see under more where they put.
It's not that. It's not that neither. It's right next to my image, my little screen underneath where I can not mute myself. Where I can hit the 3 dots, remove myself temporarily, or edit name, edit avatar, stop mic or camera. So anyway, my little box down there where I can monitor myself, next to it says there's another little box the same size, says present. That means if I want to share my screen, like show you something on AliExpress or eBay, that for sale, boom, that's something new that StreamYard put up.
I know under the more sentence where it was post comment layout, they put destinations and titles under settings. That wasn't there before. I know they changed that, but well, if I ever get a new laptop, which I don't really want to spend money for it right now, but if I ever get one, it'll probably But I guess it don't do it on the phone because I was looking it up last night before I went to sleep, and they said something about that, but. I woke up and Zanron was on, so I popped in his stream a little bit and I went back to sleep about 1:40 in the morning. I was like, oh, he's up. He goes, what you doing up? I said, I just woke up to use the bathroom. I'm going back to sleep. Stayed in there a few minutes. When I jumped in, he had about 13 people. It was fluctuating, but of course at night you're going to get your troll. That's probably what some of them were, but he didn't care.
I've seen what's his name? Saints Sports Chat now. The guy that lives in New Orleans or whatever, somewhere. Or I don't know. Anyway, Sports Chat now, whatever. The one I was saying, he doesn't do a good commentary, when the
I've called him out on that shit already.
Oh, really? Well, he's saying he's got a video out saying that the Saints have to. And he's like, I don't know, the way he titles his stuff, it's like
he's full of shit,
clickbait. And
the
Saints have to draft. He said Saints have to draft, and I forget the name.
He keeps saying Sanders, the quarter. He keeps saying Sanders. Yeah, the Saints have to. The Saints have to do this. I called them out. I said, "You ain't no Saints reporter. You fucking bullshit." I said, you watch the video, he don't even talk about it half the time. He just sits there and rambles for 20 minutes and then says that at the end. I'm like, nah, I called him out. I said, your channel's full of shit, man. I said, the Saints don't have to be, in your opinion. And he'll just post shit, and there's another Saints guy does the same thing. He'll be like,
but I'm trying to find out who he was talking about, because I heard you saying the draft earlier. The Saints are going to draft so-and-so. But who
he was talking about? He was talking about Deion Sanders' kid, Sanders, Elvis Shakur Sanders from Colorado. I'm pretty sure that's who he was talking about. Yeah, but he also was talking about, the Saints should sign Aaron Rodgers, and I said, fuck no. All the Saints fans were like, you ain't a Saints fan. Why the hell should we get Aaron Rodgers? We're rebuilding, so we're gonna pay. So we're gonna spend more money. So we're gonna have 2 shitty quarterbacks. With big egos, right? Like the only other ego bigger than Derek Carr is Aaron Rodgers. So we're gonna have 2 quarterbacks who are gonna have shitty egos, who's gonna clash with each other and spending a lot. No, I don't think so. I mean, it's possible the Saints could still trade Derek Carr, but they would have to pay a $30 million bonus to get rid of him. On top of the $39 million they owe him. That would kill the salary cap. But, I mean, they were talking about they were going to trade him to the Giants, but it makes no sense now since the Giants both have Wilson and Jameis. So, I mean, we're stuck with Carr at least one more year. Now, after next year, I think we can dump his ass. But I don't see the Saints. The Saints do not need to draft a quarterback with the first-round pick. They don't. Now, in the third or fourth round, great. We already have 3 quarterbacks on the roster. I mean, you still got the dude. You still got the dude from last year. We have 2 of them. We still have Rattler. I mean, Rattler failed because the team failed because they didn't want to play under Dennis Allen. I think Rattler's going to be a decent quarterback next year. I mean, he was a rookie. Rookies don't usually play good. That's just the bottom line. But I think we should draft that running back, Jonty. If he's still around,
doing a good job. JD5 doing a good job on the for Washington or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Shit. Damn, what they call him now? They're not the Redskins anymore.
They call them the Commanders.
The Commanders, yeah. Well,
I call them the Redskins.
On them.
Well,
I don't see that video unless it's a short. Let me see. Unless it's a short video. Oh yeah. Saints must draft Shader.
Yeah, that's Deion Sanders' kid.
Oh, we don't need a Sanders. Okay, yeah, I see Sanders at the bottom under here. Yeah, it says Saints must draft Shader.
Yeah.
He's like they must draft him because hell, he's the only good quarterback out of all of them that they got to pick out of or something. Or why is he saying the Saints must in big letters? He's emphasizing the Saints must draft Sanders. I mean, why is he emphasizing must draft? There's nobody else.
Because in his mind, he thinks Sanders is going to lead us to the promised land. Rookies just don't generally work that way. See, he also said we must draft Jackson Dart. We must draft this guy. He's been doing this to a lot of that's why this guy's clickbait bullshit. I've called him out on it and said, dude, I thought you said we should have drafted this guy. And we should. So he's probably going to say we must draft this guy. Then he'll probably say, we must get Cam Ward with the number 1 pick. Watch, he'll come out with a video. Saints must trade for number 1 pick. Why? That wouldn't make any sense. Why should we do it? I mean, I doubt Sanders will be there at number 9. I think Sanders is going to go in the top 5. Because Cam Ward's already going number 1 to Tennessee. Tennessee pretty much was like, yeah, we're drafting Ward. I mean, they already gave him that man a contract. They pretty much, if we get him. I don't think Sanders is going to be there at number 9.
Sanders might be way better than Carr.
A goddamn Cocker Spaniel is better than Carr. I mean, shit. I'll look. Elvis just said JJ McCarthy is trash. I'll take JJ McCarthy right now. You give us McCarthy. You can deal with Carr. I'll be so happy with that trade. I'll take that trade right now. Yeah, he's full of shit when he does the games too. I mean, I don't know. I got no hate for that guy, but it's just there's a lot of these so-called Saints reporters that don't know what the fuck they're talking about. I mean, there's 2 of them that I can't stand. Yeah, and he probably believes everything you say. I mean,
hey, Phil, guy, I
also don't mod people.
I gotta run.
What?
I gotta run. I got some stuff to take care of, stuff to do before I go live.
Yeah, just message me when you go live.
I will.
Right before,
I will. And
all right.
I got to send out a few more emails too to other people. I got to sit up.
Yeah, I'm only going to go another 10 minutes or so anyway.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, because I got up, I did something. I didn't take care of all of my stuff, and then I jumped
Yeah,
up here
go do
with
what you
you.
gotta
So,
do.
all right. See you later. All right. Keep it short. Love, peace, crackling grease. Catch y'all later. Pluto. See you later, Elvis. Rocks boys.
See you later.
Y'all
See you
behave
later,
your
Cajun.
damn self.
All that good stuff. Yeah, Cajun's gonna go live in a few hours, folks. Do that scam stream probably around 2-3 o'clock. I think he said around 3, but yeah. So I'm gonna be on there. Hello, I'd like to call about this Norton scam. You bastards overcharged my ass. I would like a refund. Let me speak to Leroy. Where the hell is he at? And motherfucker, where he at, bro? I don't know. Yeah, but that's I think we should draft Jauntry. I don't deserve no. All right, I'll tell you what. We take Sanders. You better take Carr off on hands. You better take his ass. We not. You don't know Mickey Loomis. Mickey Loomis ain't gonna draft another quarterback. Number one, he's from Colorado. Mickey Loomis don't draft Colorado. He drafts Ohio State like Sean Payton did. So number one, right there. Number two, Kellen Moore doesn't even want Sanders. He's looking at Dart and that other guy. So he ain't even talked to Sanders. Number one, Colorado had their pro day. He didn't even go there. So number two, more importantly, Sanders ain't even gonna be there at number 9. Because there's like 2 teams that need a quarterback ahead of the Saints. So Sanders ain't even gonna be there when number 9 hits, more than likely. Hopefully, Jaunty, the guy from Boise State, Idaho State, whatever the fuck he's from, that guy is who I want to. You imagine you put that guy with Alvin Kamara, we don't even need to throw the fucking football. And then you mix in Taysom, why in the ass would we have to throw the football? If the Saints run the ball 50,000 times, we good. Technically, that's not true. Technically, I can tell you technically because we drafted a quarterback in the supplemental draft in '84, but that's not the actual draft. But Saints don't need to draft a quarterback in the first round. You know, hell, Archie Manning's better than goddamn Derek Carr, David Carr, Derek Carr, Jamal Johnson Carr, whatever the fuck his name is. We don't say Carr anymore. That's when you start bringing in the Suzuki again. You know, now that I think of it, the Suzuki works better than damn Derek Carr. Oh, damn, sorry to hear that, Southern. They tell you they're going to fix the damn thing, and they never do. Oh, I don't know why I highlighted that. But, wait, let me see what else I got in here. Oh, let me do this one. There we go. It's been a while since I've done that banner. But, oh no, the Saints are 35 million under the cap right now. And they're 75 million under the cap for next year. They already under they had to get under the cap by last week. No. Actually, the Saints are in the middle right now. They're like in the top 10 in cap room right now. I hate to tell you that, Elvis, but yeah, everybody restructured that contract. And then we let go of Jamal Williams. He was trash anyway. He can go back to Detroit or wherever the hell he come from. He can go to the Vikings for all I care. He can do shit. The Saints actually have $35 million in cap room. Michael Thomas was worth it. Yeah, that's right. Listen to a Saints fan. You know Southern's a Saints fan over there. He's going to kick you in the butt. He won't be giving you any more pizzas, though, but you got to behave. You don't bite the hand that feeds you. So, you got that hookup right there. But yeah, that dude Saints chat now, he's full of shit. I called him out so many times. I don't even go to his channel anymore. He's full of shit. He's one of those clickbait channels. That's all it is. Like he's always negative against the Saints. He's never positive. Never. You know, I don't order pizza anymore. I mean, I go to CC's because it's right there where I work, and I get pizza from there. But I don't get pizza delivered anymore. I don't need pizza delivered anymore. Yeah, Papa John's asked. They screwed me over. I mean, I have a Domino's right here too. I have a Pizza Hut and a Domino's right here. I could walk there, just like I could at the other place. It's right there. I could walk. But I don't need pizza delivery anymore. Although I did have a pizza guy drop me off something once at work, and he's like, "Are you Bob?" And I went, "Yeah, here you go." And I was like, "All right, free pizza, folks." I even told him, I said, "No, that's not for me." And he goes, "Well, shit, long as I deliver it." He goes, "Long as I deliver it, I'm good. I get paid." And he gave me the food. He walked away. I'm like, okay. So, I mean, them DoorDashers, they don't care. Once they deliver the food, that's it. They don't care what happens. They get paid either way. But they don't get their tips though on DoorDash. That's the problem. They don't listen to instructions either. I tell them, don't knock on my door, and they beat the shit out of my door. I'm like, dude, take the picture and go away. You don't need to keep beating on my door. Like, that's just, no. You don't need to keep doing that shit. No, and no. Ooh, got my phone at 80%. Oh, I get to lay down now. I got it charged enough. Yeah, when I'm gonna be on that on Cajun Stream, be like, oh yeah, I heard that you had a refund scam here. I need my money. I gotta get my pills, bitch. Where the hell my money at? I think you owe me $499. That one will keep up. That should stay up for a long time. So yeah, I told my coworkers when they're on the register, look, if you see something that you don't look for, if you see something unusual, some coin that's unusual, please put it to the side for me. You know, they don't do it. I'm gonna laugh my ass off when the Vikings go 4-15 or whatever the fuck it is, 4-14. I'm gonna laugh my butt off. So that's gonna be the best time ever when I laugh my ass off. I'm gonna be like, what? I don't even think we played I hope we play the Vikings this year. We'll put 87 points on them. That'd be the best revenge. Derek Carr scored 6 touchdowns and we win 87-0. I'd be like, now, the worst of the worst plays, and then y'all still lost. No. That should stay there for the hint of time. But I'm going to talk another 6-7 minutes, and I'm going to run. I got to save my voice. I got to save my voice for Cajun Stream. That way I can do the Cajun run. You're going to call the people. Yeah, what the hell you doing on here, bro? Where the hell my refund at? I got a bill here. Where the hell? Y'all gonna charge me $499 for this shit? Where the hell my refund at, son? Hey, if the Saints draft Barry Sanders, I'll be good. Shit. I'll be perfect. It is windy outside. The wind is kicking up out there. Oh damn! It knocked the whole panel off. That ain't my fence, but it knocked the whole freaking panel off my fence. Oh, I'll have to fix that. What we have here is a failure to communicate. That's what I should have titled it. Instead of, I believe we have a failure to communicate. You know, it makes sense. You know, I'm saying that the Saints are going to make the playoffs, and he's talking about drafting Sanders. You know, I'm in the belief that the Saints need a wide receiver. So I know how Mickey Loomis thinks. I can tell you this: he ain't drafting a quarterback in the first round. I know Mickey Loomis has got the onset dementia and the Alzheimer's. I get that. He's getting up there in age. He's getting up near 70. I get that. He's not in the best of terms right now. I understand that. He thinks Sean Payton's still the head coach. I got that. He probably thinks this is 2009. He still thinks Carr is Drew Brees, which is an insult to Brees and the entire Saints organization. I understand that. But after drafting Rattle last year in the third round, and then we got Hayner from the year before, not to mention you still got the best quarterback in history that's still playing right now, Mr. Tight End Taysom. And you throw in the fact that I think, for all intents and purposes, I think if Jauncey's still up there, or Genie, whatever the fuck his name is, if he's still up there at number 9, or the Saints may trade up to get him, I honestly think it's either going to be a running back or a wide receiver. I mean, at some point, the Saints might draft a quarterback, might in the 4th or 5th round, maybe. I don't see we have to, but I think they will. But the question is, who's running the draft? Is it Kellen Moore? Or is it Loomis? I mean, Loomis is the GM vice president. I get that. But he gave a lot of leeway to DA. Because DA, you know, but they were calling us the New Orleans Raiders. Now we're the New Orleans Chiefs, which is fine. We'll take all the Chiefs players. They keep winning Super Bowls. I mean, you know, we'll take Mahomes. I mean, the Saints, you know, Andy Reid changed the course of Saints history. Honestly. He did. I mean, if it wasn't for Andy Reid, we'd probably still have Sean Payton, and we'd probably won our 8th and 9th Super Bowl in a row. You know, one fat war has changed the course of human history. But I don't see Sanders as a Patrick Mahomes type. I don't. I really don't. So there's a little bit of that and a little bit of this. But I'd like us to draft that running back. Him and Kamara can go absolutely batshit crazy. I want to make it to the point where Carr will not have to throw a ball unless it's like 3rd and 27, and I pray it never gets to 3rd and 27. If Carr only throws 7 passes a game and completes 5 of them, it's a good day. Throw the deep ball. Throw it to Cooks or whoever we got left in the receiver core, because we got Pettis, and I mean, the wide receivers, I don't even know. See, Drew Brees would make these wide receivers all-stars. I mean, he made Jimmy Graham's career, he made Colston's career, he made all these, Cooks for a while, and Cooks got petty. Cooks got petty when we drafted Thomas, and he wanted out, and he even said he don't even regret that. It's funny enough that he actually chose to sign with the Saints. For the first time in his career, he was a free agent. He actually chose to sign with the Saints, which is kind of funny. Probably because the Saints are the only team that actually gave him a contract. That might be the reason why. But Brandon Cooks has still got some speed. And plus, I did meet Brandon Cooks before he became an asshole. So maybe some of that early spirit will get in there, knowing that Brandon Cooks is probably going to be number 2 receiver. He might be number 1. Everybody's saying they're going to trade Chris Olave. I mean, I don't know. Olave is going to have a lot to prove after having 3 concussions that I'm aware of. He probably had more in college. But, I mean, if Olave comes back healthy, you team him up with Brandon Cooks and we draft a wide receiver in the first round, you know, I think we got some. But the problem is Derek Carr needs to stop throwing these floaters and purposely getting our receivers injured. That's why Olave got injured. He throwing these floaters up. You're hanging your receivers out to dry. Drew Brees would have never did that shit. I mean, I'm honestly, why don't the Saints go re-sign Jimmy Graham again? I mean, shit, they signed all the other old Saints players. They signed Isaac Yiadom back. They signed Will Clapp back. They signed Cooks. They signed another guy from the Sean Payton era. Go re-sign Jimmy Graham again. Shit. They threw him 6 passes the year before, and he caught 3 of them for touchdowns. Keep throwing. Just all you got to do is throw Jimmy Graham. The high. You know, Derek Carr would gladly just hang him up to dry, no doubt. I think the only time Derek Carr should actually throw the football is if it's third and 15. Anything on the 3rd and 15, he doesn't need to be thrown. We could run the ball and punt. Like, honestly, Carr should not touch the ball more than 200 times in a year. In my opinion, whether he's hurt or he's healthy, he should get maybe 10 or 12 passes a game, if that. Kamara should have 20 rushes, and then if we draft a running back, he should have 15, 20 rushes. Because I don't think we signed a backup running back yet. I don't think we did after we let Williams go. So there's a plus there. All right. Anyways, I went over my 2.5 hours, so I'm going to wrap up the stream. So I appreciate Elvis and Southern Coin Hunter and Cajun Coin Hunter and Brock's Boys and Mr. Bob, Blue Wave Odyssey, and who else was in here? Stats was in here for a while, and Les likes coins, of course. You know, all the millions, and I'd like to thank myself because why not? And all the people that wasn't subscribed that popped in, why not? Let's you know, do that too. So I'll see y'all on Cajun Stream in about an hour and a half or so. So y'all have a good one, and I'll see you later.